What's going on, everybody? On YouTube, Steve here, Raiken Profit, RaikenProfit.com, coming to you guys from my Las Vegas hotel. I've been having a really good time out here. And a lot of times when I go on vacations and I kind of get away from my normal routine, I do a lot of thinking. And this morning, it's about 6 in the morning right now in Vegas. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about success and what makes people successful. And I've been able to interview hundreds of people who are successful. And when I say successful, I don't necessarily mean having to make millions of dollars and running humongous businesses. When I say success, what that means to me is somebody who's accomplishing their goals, somebody who's making progress towards their truest goals, and someone who's really proud of what they're doing. So I want to talk about 6 things that I've noticed amongst people who are successful. And if you're struggling right now in your business, and I don't know, maybe you're selling on eBay or Amazon or trying to start private label and you're not having success, I want you to really, really listen closely to these 6 tips that I've created for you guys, and take notes. And these are really, really important. It's helped in my business, and I've noticed it amongst hundreds of other people who are successful. So hopefully you're enjoying my little new microphone setup. It's pretty cool, but I feel like I'm about to tell you guys the weather. But let's get right into it. Number one, successful people realize that education is extremely important, right? You can take all the action in the world. You can network with people. You can work so hard, but if you have the wrong strategy, you're going to fail, right? If you're climbing up the wrong ladder, you're going to fail. You're not going to get to your goal. So successful people understand the value in taking courses, watching videos, whether it's free videos or paid videos, Facebook, Instagram, learning content and taking in that knowledge. But one thing that successful people realize as well is you don't have to, and it's not smart to necessarily go out and take 50 courses, watch 50 different YouTube channels. Find 1 or 2 people that you really enjoy and take their course. Watch their videos, take in their content. And then number 2 is take action on that. You don't have to go overkill with all the education and the information out there. People, they get caught up. They just, before I get into tip number 2, which is taking action, I want you to understand this, guys. Isn't going to make you money, right? It's just not going to make you money. Watching a million videos isn't going to make you money, right? It's a stepping stone to making money. But the big thing is it's taking action on that. And we're going to get into that. But so many people, they get so excited. It's like, I'm going to plan everything out. I'm going to make sure that all the stars are aligned. I'm going to take all the courses. And then when everything's perfect, I'm going to take action. No, you don't want to go that way. You want to start learning and start taking action. Learn a little more and take action. Take 1 or 2 courses, take action. Don't go through. I see so many people, and this is why I stopped doing one-on-one coaching, because the biggest thing holding people back isn't knowledge, it's taking action. People are just, I don't want to say lazy, but it's easy to get excited and to plan everything out when everything is just so fresh and new. But when it actually comes to putting in work, people just stop dead in their tracks and they're like, holy crap, making money online takes work. It takes effort. It's not a get rich scheme. I don't know. There's all these gurus, and maybe it's just past, I don't know, videos that people have watched. They make it seem like it's so easy. It's not easy. Educating yourself and planning is the fun part. Number 2, it's taking action. That's the biggest thing that you need to do. This is the biggest thing that successful people do, is they take action. They take action all the time. If you don't take action, it doesn't matter how many courses you've taken, how many YouTube videos you've watched. It means absolutely nothing. Number 3, and this is a big thing that I've noticed amongst successful people, is they understand the fact that once they educate themselves, they move to the next level. Once they take action, they move to the next level. But in order to succeed, you're going to start to get feedback. You're going to have temporary defeats. You're going to have setbacks. Bad things are going to happen. You're going to get returns. You're going to get punched in the face. Your business is going to punch you in your face, and you're going to get knocked down, and you need to get back up. And one of the things that I notice people who are successful do to get back up is they have a network around them. So maybe they have a coach, right? Maybe they are part of a Facebook group, right? I run the green room with a couple guys, and that's a group that helps people to answer their questions, to get back up when business punches you in the face, to kind of help you when you're struggling, whether that's are just emotionally trying to get out of your own way. But successful people, they have a network around them. Not only people who are successful, but people who are on the same path as them. Get surrounded with people who are trying to do what you're doing. If you're trying to start a business selling books on Amazon, get around people who are doing the same thing, who are just sending in their first FBA shipment, who maybe are making their first $500. Get around those people because you could connect with them. Try to stay with people who are within your level, right? Like, I see a lot of people, I don't know, they're trying to make their first $500 on Amazon, and they're like listening to advice from people who are making like 5 million. And it's just hard because they're on such a higher level. They've gone through so many levels. They're like 80, 90, 150 levels ahead of them. And it's like, when you're new, you need help with level 1 and 2 and 3, not level 157, right? So it's okay to take coaching programs from people like that and courses, but realize, like, in terms of like one-on-one networking, you want to network with people that are kind of on the same level as you, not 5 years out. I found that to be very beneficial, and I've noticed that amongst people who are successful. Really, really big. The people who are successful aren't necessarily the smartest, the brightest, the best looking. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it's not genetics. It's not any of that nonsense. The people who are successful, they're consistent. That's it. Channel, right? There's people out there who are more knowledgeable. There's people out there who are maybe more entertaining or have better video setups and know how to do more things than I do. But I've been very consistent with my channel, and that's how I've become one of the largest YouTube channels within, the reselling niche, is just based on pure consistency. The same goes with my success online with different income streams. I've been very, very consistent. And this isn't about me, right? I've seen this in hundreds of other people. Consistency is key. Showing up every single day when you don't feel like it. Showing up after defeat. Showing up after a nasty return or an inauthentic claim on Amazon. Showing up the next day and saying to yourself, okay, things aren't necessarily going the way that I wish they were going, but I'm going to show back up again, and I'm going to take another step forward. That's really important. Here's a big one, number 5. And this is a huge mistake that people make. And I really, really hope that you stop making this mistake if you're doing it right now. Competing against other people instead of competing against yourself. And to kind of touch on that a little more, what I mean is, people, they're just getting started. This is really, really geared towards the beginners. But say you're just getting started, maybe with private label on Amazon, and you're going through your struggles and you're like, wow, this is hard. And then you start watching other people's YouTube videos who are making like $2 million a year or like $50,000 a month. And you start to feel bad because you're like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe they know something I don't know. And you start to compare your results to them without taking into context that they've been doing it for much longer and they've probably gone through the same struggles as you. And it starts to bring you down and you start to get into this negative state. You want to avoid that. It's okay to watch videos from people who are 100 levels ahead of you, right? But take it with a grain of salt. Like, kind of just look at it from like a 30,000 foot overview. Like, okay, this is kind of the direction I want to go, but don't get and dwell too much on it because it's not the same situation as you. Compete with yourself. Ask yourself a question like, what can I do to improve my product research in comparison to last week? Maybe I found 5 products last week using Jungle Scout, and I didn't find anything that I'm actually excited about private labeling. This week, let's try to do 10. Let's break that down. Every day, I want to get 2 new products, and then at the end of the week, I'll have 10, and then I could dive into it and try to find a new one that I could private label. Like, what can I do differently to improve upon last week? Oh, I made $200 in sales last week on eBay. I listed 10 items. Let's list 20 to try to double that, right? So comparing and competing with yourself and looking in the mirror versus the next person, that's a big, big mistake right there. And I've noticed a lot of successful people, they're very methodical in terms of competing with themselves instead of emotionally draining themselves with comparisons to other people. And number 6, this is really important, is always making improvements. Successful people and people who are successful, they don't just get to where they want to go and it's just like it's over, right? There is no real like ending. You've got to always be improving. You've always got to be systemizing. You've always got to be asking yourself, how can I take better pictures? How can I list quicker? How can I outsource this task to take myself out of it to work on the business instead of in the business? What can I do to improve? What course can I take to learn Facebook ads or YouTube advertising? How can I outsource my photography to improve the experience and to increase conversions on Amazon? How can I increase leads? Can I build an email list? Doing things like that, asking yourself those questions, that's the key. You don't want to become complacent. You don't want to get stuck in one place. And one tip that I have, and I've noticed that a lot of successful people do, is once a month or once a quarter or maybe once every other week, they have a time during the day where they take out maybe 30 minutes to 60 minutes, upwards to 3 to 4 hours periodically, maybe quarterly for that much. And they take a look at their business from a 30,000 foot overview. What I mean by that is really looking over your entire business and everything you do and asking yourself questions. What can I improve? Little tiny things. And if you do that over time and you tweak things and you improve things, you're going to get better. You're going to get stronger. Your business is going to get faster. You're going to make more profits. And that's really the key right there. So to kind of to give you like an overlook or a recap on everything, number one, education is huge, but don't overkill. Don't go take a million courses. Don't watch a million YouTube videos and then like decide, okay, now it's okay to start taking action. Learn and take a little bit of action. Learn, take a little bit of action. Find one or two people you trust and listen to them. Don't freak yourself out by taking in so much information from a million different people, because there's a million ways to skin a cat. There's a million ways to become successful in eBay and Amazon, private label, Shopify. You want to find one or two people and then just model their success. Taking action is huge. It's the biggest thing. That's kind of why I stopped doing one-on-one personal coaching, because it was driving me crazy, because people didn't want the knowledge of how to do something. What they needed, and they didn't realize it, is they needed to figure out how to take action. And I don't know, to make a long story short, it's crazy how many people are full of excuses and are in their own way and think that it's okay that they don't take action because there's circumstances in life that are stopping them. Everybody has these circumstances. Everybody deals with things, whether it's health issues, family issues, people passing. And I don't mean to be like harsh and to downplay anything going on in your life. But if you're going to succeed as an entrepreneur, and this is why so many people don't, is because they can't figure out how to take action on their business when life punches them in the face. And I know it's brutal and it's raw and uncut, but it's true. We all face struggles in life, and the people who succeed are the ones who show up every day and take action regardless of the circumstances. So that's big right there. Networking, right? You're going to get feedback. You're going to, again, going with the punch in the face analogy. I don't know why maybe I'm in Vegas. I need to go see a boxing match. You're going to get hit with returns. You're going to get hit with different challenges and issues in your business, and having a network around you to be able to bounce ideas off of and to get feedback is so big. And successful people, they always have a circle. They have a circle of people around them who are like-minded, who have already gone through the process and or are already going through it alongside them. Consistency, taking consistent action is huge. Competing with yourself instead of comparing yourself to other people, big mistake. Successful people do not do this. At least most of the people that I've interacted with, they're always asking themselves, how can I improve? How can I get better compared to who I was last week? And number 6, improving, like I said, improving every single, whether it's a weekly basis or a monthly or quarterly basis, they're always moving a step forward. They're not becoming complacent. They're not standing and running in place. They're not on that hamster wheel, because business is moving quick. Competition is coming in. And if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not improving, you're losing. And there's someone who wants to see you fail. There's someone who's hungrier. There's someone who's behind you, who's chasing you. You don't see it. You don't realize it. You might not be able to smell it or taste it, but trust me, there are people who want your spot. They need that money. They're in situations that are so harsh that they're hungry and they're coming for it. So you always got to realize there's somewhat of an invisible enemy always on your tail. And if you stop and you just get comfortable and think that you can do whatever it is you're doing now forever, you're going to lose. You've got to adapt. You've got to learn. You've got to grow, and you've got to keep improving to even stay in the same place you are, right? So if you want to stay consistent, you've got to keep improving. If you want to grow, you've got to go crazy. So that's it, guys. Those are some of the things I want to talk about on a early morning here Thursday in Las Vegas. I've got my little microphone. This is fun. Maybe I got to start holding the microphone more. I feel like I'm going to share the weather or like an announcer or something, but I'm enjoying it. If you guys enjoyed this video, Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Smash that like button. If you haven't already checked out the new podcast, The Raiken Profit Show, which airs Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube, also airs on iTunes at RaikenProfit.com. Be sure to go over there and give that a listen. Check it out. Leave a feedback if you could. I'm really trying to share as much useful content to help you guys out as I can. I'm super grateful to be able to make money online and to be able to travel like I am now and to be able to help so many people. And I want to share the wealth with you guys. And I want to let you guys know that it's possible. There's a lot for the taking. This pie of money that's out there in terms of how much money is on the internet is huge, and all you need is a little slice of that pie. So I want to keep sharing with you guys little tips and strategies to get your slice, a little slice of heaven, and go out there, crush it, make it happen, take action, educate yourself, network, be consistent, compete with yourself, and keep making improvements. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.